Aquarius. My name is Marie at Indigo Earth. I am here to do a general reading for you, our air signs Aquarius. Good to have you here. Thank you for coming into the channel. I also want to welcome in your cross-watchers. Cross-watchers, you are here to find out what's going on with your person. Therefore, some of this message could be meant for you as well. So feel free to swap around the characters as need be throughout the reading. And anytime that you do come across this message and you were drawn into it, was the time that you were meant to listen to it. Messages coming through for you, Aquarius, should reflect some aspect of your current situation. Doesn't have to reflect the whole thing. As well as, or it could just be an inner knowing. Something, it resonates with something that you've known all along. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. It just might mean that the reading is meant for somebody else this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, I'm going to have an extended at the end of this reading. We're going to dive deeper into the messages coming through by exploring the zodiac signs that come up. Now, zodiac signs can be about an intimate connection and background players. Friends, family, extended family, blended family, work associates, best friends, your circle of friends, your significant other's circle of friends, your significant other's families and relations. Anybody that kind of influences your energetic field or influences your connection. So even if you don't know their signs, you'll recognize their energies as I read through those signs in the extended. So just keep that with you moving forward as we get into the reading. And let's get started for you. This is for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. Messages for those watching, please. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. Messages for those watching, please. All right, here we go. So overall energetic theme for the reading. You got the King of Swords. Could be making a judgment call on something here, or some kind of judgment needs to be made. There needs to be maybe some analyzing, some research, some gathering of facts. Let's see what your current energy is. We have the Page of Cups. This could be a little bit about vulnerability. It can also be a little bit about opening, softening up a little bit, softening up your stance on something. Let's see what your situation is here. We have Judgment. That could actually be about judgment or a judgment call. But this is kind of seeing the bigger picture of an issue or seeing things maybe from a different perspective. Kind of becoming aware, becoming more aware. So let's see what your challenge is in this situation. We have the Page of Swords. Could be looking at something from a different angle. Could be putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, trying to understand it from their point of view. Or it could just be really kind of like watching this, whatever process this is, gauging in it, kind of gauging it. So let's see what the universe, or what is life working on with you. We have the Five of Swords. This could be going against the grain, right? It could be some disputes. It could be opposition. Could be have something to do with, you know, differences of opinions, difference of ideas. But we'll get more information on that. How did you get here? What's been going on here? We have the Hermit. You may have been very quiet on an issue, kind of searching within yourself or doing kind of your own side work of searching here or figuring things out. But you haven't been talking much about this. So what's heading your way then in the next 0 to 3 months? What's coming at you? We got the Six of Swords. Well, there's movement here. There's either movement away from a situation, or there's movement towards something else. There's some sort of movement coming through here. Wanting to get away. Want to get away? Wanting to get away. I don't know if this is escaping or just like you're just done, like had it. Just leaving it all behind. So let's see what your strengths are then. What are your strengths in this situation? Well, we have the Eight of Cups. So you're going towards something that seems to be a little bit more gratifying, more fulfilling, you know, kind of like there must be something better here. I'm getting there must be something better here. There's got to be something better than this. So let's see what the outside influences are then that are kind of pressing on you. We have the Empress. Could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. For some of you, not all of you, but for, you know, a small percentage of you, there could be somebody around you or within your vicinity that's pregnant as well. But we'll get more information on that one. So what are your next steps in this situation? Well, we have the Empress and the Emperor here. Emperor. Responsibility, taking responsibility, doing what's right for the benefit of the whole, taking action, taking charge. Building, doing something with the information that you have and doing something with it. So what's the big picture here for you, Aquarius? What is this all about here? Because it just seems like there's this seems to be very pushy. This energy seems to be very pushy. So what's going on here? We have the Hierophant. So this could be about rules, regulations. This could be about commitment. This could be about something long-term. This could also just be, you know, going against the grain of the systems. So how's this all going to play out for you? We have the Two of Wands. So you're kind of in a position here where you're at a crossroads. You've got free will to make choices here. I think that you want to make a choice that's, you know, really heartfelt. And you want to move forward on an issue, but you're not quite sure yet. You kind of got one foot going forward and one foot kind of still not quite moving forward yet. So let's see what this is all about, because, you know, you're right off the bat, you're coming out with the King of Swords, which is like straightforward. You know, this is like a straightforward decision. The clarity is there. The information is there. You're able to execute and go forward. And then you've got Judgment as a situation. So clarify what Judgment is here. Well, not going to start out that way. Want me to take those? Okay. So we got the Lovers, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Some of you are trying to find out some truth about a situation here. There's a choice coming up for you. And it has to do with the relationship that has a heart connection. There's a connection here, a string attachment. Either this is about, you know, coming to some kind of conclusion about something, or becoming more like reconsidering something about a relationship. Some kind of clarity's come through here. Some kind of truth is moving through. And now a decision has to be made. Some sort of, you know, figuring something out here. So let's see what the Page of Swords is. Could be changing your mind on a situation, because the Page of Swords is covering the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is like moving on a new path in a new direction, kind of softening up a little bit. And the Page of Swords is, you know, thoughts. Could be changing your mind on a situation here. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Knight of Wands. Wow. It's a lot of fire energy coming through. I think what's happening here is you're coming to some kind of decision. You got the Ten of Wands. That's like you're either going to pick up and take responsibility for something and move it forward. You might be assessing what this is that you're going to move forward or what you want to move forward. You know, there is something that you want here. And you got the King of Wands or the Queen of Wands in the middle. So this is highly influential in your life, whatever this is. There's also high expectations coming in, right? So that seems to be a little bit wearing, maybe a little bit burdensome for you. Something has raised the ante here in order, you have to step up. You got to step it up a notch. And I think, you're trying to like maybe figure this out. You're trying to, you know, understand what the dynamics are about this. And you got the Knight of Wands, so it's you know, it's not anything that's like, there's a desire here to do it. I just don't know. You're kind of like looking at how much is this gonna not cost me, but how much energy am I going to have to put into this? Because this is definitely pushing you forward. It's pushing you forward into something. And it's you know, you're kind of having to lighten up a little bit here. Maybe, you know, maybe how you saw something before. Something here has had to readjust how you saw it. And, you know, you're going to have to come up with some creative ideas on how to take responsibility and move this forward. And maybe you're thinking about that. What does that look like? What is this going to do? How am I going to be in this situation? So let's see what the Five of Swords is, because this is what life is helping you with. So there's some kind of opposition here. Could just be going against the grain as well. We have the Seven of Cups, we have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Ace of Cups. You don't know what to do. You might be very guarded right now because you don't know what to do about this situation. But there's definitely love here. You love this person, or you love this, you know, this individual. I kind of feel like you feel like your back is up against a wall. And it seems to be like whatever decision you make, there's going to be opposition with this. Five of Swords, right? And you're not quite sure how to get through this. You don't know what to do. We've got two sevens here. So this is about the fact that you do have experience in this situation. You do have, you know, there's knowledge being built here. Your experience and your knowledge are building up your confidence with the situation. I think that whatever this situation is presenting you, whoever you are connected with in this situation, you do love them. But I think that, you know, there's something here that's being added on or added in that maybe you weren't quite too prepared for yet. And now you're in a position like, not damned if you do and damned if you don't, but kind of in a position like, it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with, and There are no right answers in this particular dynamic or this particular situation. And so you're kind of being, you're kind of working with the deal that you got dealt. You're kind of trying to work through that. It's neither good nor bad. It's just, how is this going to work forward in the future? What's going to happen here? Because a decision's been made. Whatever decision it is, it's been made. And were you a part of that process and that decision? Because it seems like here's some kind of something came through very, very clear that puts you in a position where now you've got to make some different decisions. And you're not quite sure what to do with those decisions. And maybe there's a lot of, coming at you that's kind of steering you. You need to go this way. You need to go that way. You need to do this. You need to do that. This is how this has to be done. And you're not really even clear yourself about the whole situation as it's kind of come in. You're opening up a little bit, but you're also trying to figure some things out. Because now you got to up your game. You're going to have to up your game and get on the move here. So let's see what this Hermit is. Maybe you've been kind of keeping to yourself a little bit about this. It seems to me the energy that I get is somebody's putting you in a position it's not that you don't not want to be in that position, but maybe it's, could be about timing. It could be, maybe you weren't really prepared. And you're kind of like trying to absorb what's happening here. So let's see what the Hermit is. We have the Sun, we have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think you were kind of like off in your own little world here, doing your own little thing. It was peaceful, it was quiet, there was solitude, you're happy. You're just, doing your thing. Ten of Pentacles, living your life. And then all of a sudden a change came in. Some sort of change came in. Something switched and turned the wheels the other direction. Something came in and turned into another direction. So let's see what the Six of Swords is, because this is what's right around the corner. So clarify the Six of Swords here. We have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Ten of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or someone with a lot of fire energy. I think that the first impulse that you're coming up against here is to release yourself from whatever this situation is, like to get away from it. But I don't think you're going to do that. I think you're going to hold on a little bit. You're going to up your game, whatever you need to do. Queen of Wands, you're going to up your game. You want to stay because you're happy here. Like, where whatever this is or whoever this person is, you are happy here. And if this is about somebody else who may have left, they're still hanging on. They're still hanging on here. They're still kind of influencing you and influencing, this is influencing their auric field as well. Because we got the Ten of Cups in here. So, you know, they see you as home, you see them as home. It's just something threw itself in the loop here that kind of changed the trajectory. And that's for a few of you. If somebody left, they're still hanging on energetically. There's still an influence here. For others of you, you know, there's that impulse to run away or to leave. But you're not gonna, because there's stability here. And so it's requiring you to kind of like up your game a little bit, you know? Be a little bit more creative in how you're going to handle this situation or what you're going to do with this situation. So let's see what the Eight of Cups is, because this is what you got going for you here. We have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Three of Wands. Well, I think this is giving you the opportunity to look at what are the motives here, right? You know, when you're looking for your emotional fulfillment or you're looking for something that's really going to fill your soul, like this is your strength, I think that you're able to understand motives, right? There's been a turn of events. So you're able to understand what the motives are behind this because you're in search for something. You're in search for something. And if you're searching or running away from a situation because you're scared or you're not prepared or you're don't know if you can handle it or it just feels like it's overburdensome or too much, you have the ability to kind of look within yourself and figure out what your motives are here. Because even when you maybe, you know, even when you walk away from this situation or this person, you always end up coming back. What's that song by the Eagles? Every time I try to walk away, something makes me turn around and stay. And I can't tell you why. That's kind of what it looks like here. So understanding and processing your motives behind this. So let's see what the Empress is. This is the outside influences. This is your person. The Empress, it's your person. So clarify that for us, please, the Empress. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. I think the outside influence is that, you know, there's a strong connection here. Two of Cups. There's a very heartfelt connection here. I think this person is highly independent. I think this person is very confident. I think they have a lot going for them. But I also think that there's some insecurities and some anxieties that go along with this. But doesn't that go along with everybody? Right? You know, I'm just getting here, and I'm just going to say this because this is what's coming up. Somebody here, this could be for a small percentage of you, somebody here is pregnant. And I think this kind of got sprung on you. And I think this person is, you know, I don't know that you want this person to be alone. I think you want to be by this person's side, but you're not quite sure what that's going to look like or how you can handle it. And it's not that this information is, you know, a bad thing. Could be about timing. Could be maybe you wanted some more, you know, you wanted to wait a little bit longer for your assurity to make sure that, like, you know, this is exactly what you want. But it seems like now, do you have a choice that this is what you want? I do not think you want this person to be by themselves. I think you want to be by their side. You don't want them to have to worry about anything. For others of you, about this, it's the same thing. Even if this person isn't pregnant, I don't think that you want this person to be by themselves. And I don't think you want to leave them, you know, to have to... Some of you, you don't want this person to find somebody else. You don't want them to move on. You don't know if you want to be the one. Well, you kind of do. You kind of do, but you really, you're like riding the fence. But you don't want them to move on to somebody else. So, you got some choices to make. It looks like you're going to have to make some choices. And then that decision's going to have to be made where you really see it clearly, right? The King of Swords, like there's just, this is what I want, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm going to do. Judgment comes in. So let's see what the Emperor is, because now it's kind of time to take charge of this situation. This is your next steps, right? It's time to take charge of the situation. Do what you need to do. Put yourself out there. Start building. Get clear. Queen of Swords, right? Stop all the bullshit. Give me a couple more, please. King of Pentacles. And we have the Devil. So there's fear here. It's fear that's stopping this moving forward. There's fear here. I think it's, you know, the next steps are to face those fears. And I think part of this is understanding, you know, the provisions of what you're going to be able to provide. Are you going to be able to provide? Are you going to be able to sustain, you know, sustain an income and be able to be successful? And so now it's time to really get clear on what you want to do with your life and how you want to do it, what you want to build. Because this is going to be lasting. This is going to be lasting. Like, you're going to have to see this through. And I think there's fear here. You're scared. Because you got the Hierophant right above it. This is something that is going to go in the long, like you're making a commitment. This is a long haul commitment. So let's get one more in the Hierophant. You want to be there for this person, but you're not sure that you want to be there in the way that they want you to be there. But you don't want them to move on. So now you might have to step up to the plate. Yep, there you go. Hierophant, the Lovers. This is about a commitment. Long-term commitment. Could be about, you know, for some of you, this could be about getting married or making it legal or moving in together or sharing resources. So let's get one more on the Two of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Give me one more, please. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So the decision is this going to be worth your time and energy? Is this going to be worth your time and energy? Is the exchange, or is the, what is going to be the exchange here? Right? Two of Wands, What is going to be the exchange here? And getting really focused and getting, putting the time and the effort in. And so I think what you're doing here is you're making a decision about how much time and effort, how much am I going to be giving, how much is going to be given back, how much money is this going to cost me? You're kind of figuring all this out. You're kind of weighing all this out about how this is going to impact your life. How this is really going to make an impact on your life. But it looks like the decision's already been made for you. And so now you're at a crossroads here of like, it looks like you're more scared about the financial aspect of it. But either way you go here, you're going to make a decision that's going to be a heartfelt decision that's in the best interest of everybody involved in this situation. You got a lot of players showing up here, so let's go through them because I'm going to have to look at a lot. We've got Gemini coming in. We've got Scorpio coming in. We've got Gemini again. We've got Taurus. We've got Capricorn. We got Aries. We got Taurus and Libra. We have Sagittarius. Sagittarius again. We have Leo. We have Virgo. Geez, who's not here? I think that's it. I said Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Saggy, Gemini, Taurus, Saggy again, Scorpio, Gemini again. All right, so I'm going to look at those in the extended. For those of you that are not going on, let's get a crystal to you from the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle deck. We have a Zoodolite, a Zezolite, a Zezolite, A-Z-E-Z, that T throws me off, A-Z-E-Z-T-U-L-I-T-E. That is number 26. Cosmic Evolution. Azidolites are imbued with immense spiritual energy and information for your guidance and your insight. They're here to help you and to ascend into a higher expression. You are a being of light here to help Earth evolve. Although you need to rise above your mundane concerns, keep your feet on the ground, and deal with the everyday life. Too much emphasis on sweetness and too much emphasis on the sweetness and the light leads to ignoring your shadow energies, which become inauthentic and lethal if not acknowledged and integrated. Stay real and leave your ego behind. Well, there's your Queen of Wands, because that's all about ego. So that could have something to be playing in this whole scenario too, is how this is going to impact your image. Good. You are here to represent spiritual light on earth and help it evolve. Make yourself heard. A project will be successful no matter what. Avoid becoming impractical and having too high of an opinion of yourself to the detriment of others. Retain your humility. Recognize that every soul is precious and ensures you remain in cosmic harmony. Your soul path right now is assisting the earth to evolve. So that's what I have for you this week, Aquarius. I hope this helped. And until we see each other again, I wish you peace. For those of you going on, the link to the extended is in the description box below. I'll see you over there.